final race of the season for the Tier 2 drivers here at Zandvoort. We got Admin with me here in the comm box. Say hello.
G'day, mate. How you going?
Mate, how's things?
Yeah, a bit rushed tonight. I've had junior under nines football training that I've had to rush home from. So yeah, I'm just trying to get me zone back in now to the racing, and just looking at some of the times here that some of the guys are doing. They'll look pretty close actually. So looks like it's going to be an exciting night.
Yes, it will be very exciting here. And just a shout out to the YouTube chat. Just let us know how our sound's going. Hopefully it's third time's a charm for me. We think we sorted it all out, but just let us know if we need to turn anything up or turn anything down.
Yeah, looks like K-Man's just sitting there too, just putting a comment about the sound. So hopefully, hopefully that works out, mate.
So we've still got about 2 minutes to go in practice till we start the qualifying round, and it's going to be a cracker of a one here. So I think it's up for the championship as well. Is looking very, very juicy too. So let me find it if I can bring it up.
Cobb McCall's already onto us, mate. He's talking about riding the sausage, so he's not letting that one go.
We got that's the wrong one. Dum. We'll go back to the stream once I figure out my ineptitude with my OBS.
Yeah, don't stress about that, mate. Like, if we can get it up there, that'd be fantastic. But at the end of the day, it's awesome that you're having a crack at trying to get that there going. But we'll just talk about Zandvoort for a little bit, just while we're waiting on that. Super tough track, and given that this is an endurance race tonight, so we've got 90 minutes of racing. I reckon that we'll probably find a few guys tripping over each other by about midway through, I reckon, to 3/4 of the way through the race.
Yep.
Which will certainly make things interesting, because it is a tight little track that we've seen in the past when we've had races here. Some of the corners that link up together. So talk about coming out of turn 3, you got 4, 5, 6 coming to turn 7. I mean, as we're coming to turn 6, you wouldn't expect a car to go off there, but somehow they tend to break traction, and luckily there is a big runoff section there at turn 7. But it's definitely a tricky little track, which is
and some very quick corners, and if you mess up your line just a little bit, you might be having a little visit to the sand dunes. So can lose a lot of times here. This track can definitely punish you.
We've seen over the seasons too, Noxie, coming into turn 11. If you get a good run out of turn 10, there's an opportunity for a pass. But we have seen at times when it's been an opportunity for people to maybe do a little bit of a dive bomb pass. But we'll see how it goes tonight. It should be interesting.
Yeah. All right, so we'll just bring up the championship standings. We've found it.
Yep, beautiful. Just about to ask that.
The lovely little image we got from Andrelli that was nice enough to give us this to us tonight. So we got top 10, bits are missing, 140 points. Second is M. Harris, 139. We've got third, Fung Fu Panda, and 120. Fourth with 116, it's Teen Little Bear. Saint Sim in fifth. Shamrock 6. Cobb McCall 7th. Scott Pye 8th. Sir McSquid in 9th. And Kick It and Rip It in 10th. So
Yeah, that's tight.
very tight at the front here with between Bitsamison and M Harris. Either one of them can come away with the championship, the gold.
They certainly
So,
could, unless they and hopefully K-Man's not listening to this, but unless both of them trip over each other, which will bring Panda and Fair into play, I reckon.
yep. Outside possibility. M Harris and Bitsamison would have to have a pretty ordinary race or take each other out. But anything can happen in this in these long races. Just got to keep it on the black stuff.
That's
So it
right.
looks like we just started the qualifying.
Yep. So if you get rid of that little thing there, who'll be on
We
here?
also got
Cool.
on board for Cool. I'd just like to shout out the AM drivers too, the amateur. In first at the moment, leading the championship, we got Saint Sim for 107 points.
Yep.
In second, we got Cobb McCool with 98 points. And in third, we got Kick It and Rip It with 83 points. So it's pretty close with the amateur drivers as well. So I think any one of them could come away with the championship as well.
Yes. So it's probably going to be super important racing in AM. Try and keep clear of any on-track incidents. Try and stick it in there for the next 90 minutes and just keep the car nice and straight, and certainly finish as high as they possibly can. I think the idea to take away from tonight in terms of planning, Noxie, would be, when do I pit? What's the temperature going to do? Currently at 36 degrees. I'm just trying to read that.
Yeah, 29
degrees.
ambient, track 36.
Yep. Given that, as I mentioned, the track is really tight. You don't want to sort of put yourself, potential blue flags being waved and so forth. So it's a bit of a strategic race tonight, and I think that some of these guys have probably done a fair bit of thinking about what that's going to look like. So it should be good. And for the sponsors that we have on board with Pagney Next Level Racing and Selby Acoustic Racing and Gamesman Brothers, this is a good opportunity to give those guys a shout out and support them and thank them for their support that they've given us for season 9. Again, we've got a major prize there, which is the cockpit, which will be drawn later on in the year, I believe, but which is a nice little prize. Metal Steel won that cockpit last time. I think that was at the end of season 7 or 8. I can't recall now, but
I think it was 7.
Was it? Yeah. Super
and he's
excited
put that
for
to
him.
good use.
He sure has.
It's a mean-looking thing as well.
Yeah. He's unfortunately for Metal, he's had a few on-track biffo moments, and if there's anything to take away from that is the fact that he's probably seen red mist and been comfortable at the same time, which I didn't think you'd be able to achieve, but he would be able to. He's sitting in a brand new cockpit. We've got the guy coming around now, just making a few. Got M Harris with a minute 36.
Minute 36.4. So he's about 0.8 in front of St. Sim. So the other guys still bringing with their top time still, just putting some bankers up in, but M Harris has struck first, so that's a pretty good time for the Tier 2 guy, I feel. He just touched the grass there, so that's going to ruin his lap right there.
And it doesn't take much either. Like it's one of those tracks where you need to, be a little bit patient with the corner entry, maybe a little bit gentle with the throttle as well. And I'm sort of half suspecting that the BMWs would handle this track quite well, mate, with the bumps. It's just going to absorb all that bumps through the dampeners and so forth. So So yeah, be keen to see how those guys go.
Yes. I think, yeah, definitely the Beamer might have a little bit of advantage when it comes to the bumpier tracks. Audis might struggle a little bit, but they're still going to be quick if you get that set up just right, and be aware of the curbs and the bumps. And I see Bounty there in the chat. Hey Bounty, if you can, be great if you could give us an update on the drivers' positions and what that means for them in the championship standings as we go along through the race. But I think there is a possibility that I think Bits and Missin and M Harris could tie the championship up.
Yeah, so that is a chance. Or if you live in South Australia, a chance that could happen. So yeah, it'd certainly be interesting to see how that then gets determined. I know that was something similar to Footner and Eagle. I think it might have been a few seasons ago when they that went back down to wins, count back for wins, but it was pretty close at the top between those guys. And look, anything can happen tonight. We saw it, the other few rounds ago. Matt Harris had a shocker. He didn't finish it very high, so that was obviously going to be his drop round. Well, could be. Tonight could be his drop round. We don't know, but we certainly wish him luck.
Yep.
Given that he's K-Man's son-in-law, and it's probably his favourite son-in-law because he's a online racer, so that always, goes a long way. So, okay, yeah, we've got Gazza in there too. I was Ty and Footner where we had that down. I couldn't remember. Yep. I knew it was one of the P&L guys, but they're all driving the same car in the same colour. I wasn't quite sure. But we've got Gaz there as well.
And Little Bear's just...
Who's that?
I don't know. Well, the Panda. Panda had a big moment then. They're pushing it hard. I think he's definitely pushing hard to catch up to M. Harris here. He's 0.6 behind, so he's got a pretty decent gap to claw back here. So we'll go to... Let's see how Saint Sim is up here in 4th at the moment. He's done a great lap for the amateur.
Well, he's in the Ferrari, mate. The Ferrari's pretty good around here.
Yeah, well, he's doing everything right at the moment to bring home the gold for the championship. This could be...
I reckon I did a...
What's that?
I reckon I did around... Oh, I reckon I did around in Zandvoort in the Ferrari. And the Ferrari was actually quite nice to drive around here. So that's a really good effort for St. Sim to be up in P4 so far.
Yes. I think they're generally pretty good cars for the higher speed circuits and the corners. The high sort of downforce type corners. I think you'll see the McLaren and the Ferrari do pretty well here too.
Yeah, I did see you mentioned about the McLaren potentially being quite dominant here. So, again, what it comes down to, we spoke about this the other week too, mate, is it's about consistency. So, you've got to be in it to win it, and you don't always have to finish first, as long as you're consistent. We're just looking through the comments here. We've got, 21 people watching. You can definitely hit the thumb button, guys. I'd really appreciate that. I know we say it every stream, but it certainly helps. Definitely jump in the chat. We've got 90 minutes of racing, so we need to fill that time. We need some gap fillers, so if you can, put some comments in there and
everyone
chat to us, that'd be fantastic.
Everyone wish K-Man to get well. He's got COVID at the moment.
Yeah, he reckons he sounds like he's going through puberty, but I reckon even when he was 16, he would have had a great big beard that was probably quite fluffy. So
it's just dropped even lower though. It's probably hit the ground now.
Yeah, I reckon.
Nice big thud.
been like Kenny Rogers, he'd be singing that. What's that song where "Baby, turn the lights off"? What's that song? No, lock the door and turn the lights down, low. So that's where it's sort of the notes that he's going to have to go down to.
Oh, I'm not sure if I know that one.
Don't you?
No.
You have to look
Was it
it
like
up,
a Barry
mate. It's actually
White
quite
song?
a good song. Nah, not that old.
Barry White had a good low voice.
Yeah. What do they call that?
Window.
Oh, we might be onto something here, mate. Instead of Ruse TV, it might be Ruse, buddy. Ruse
Karaoke
Got
night.
Talent. Mm.
Show us what you
All
got.
right. Back to the racing.
Yeah, so we got 4.5 minutes to go, so it's getting down to the near the end of the qualifying session here. So we've still got Team Little Bear in second here, about 0.4 behind M Harris, doing pretty well in the Honda here. Saint Sim has jumped up to third now. So this has been a cracking qualifying for him. Absolutely fantastic stuff. He's just
Panda in P1.
Oh, Panda has just jumped them all. 1 minute 36.3, so he's 0.04 off in front of M Harris now. So that's a fantastic time there. Exactly what he needed to do.
With M Harris, if he had have had pole position, they get a point for pole position too, don't they?
Yes. So the little extra point will mean everything here for the championship.
We've got Stephen McDonald on as well. G'day, Stephen. Black Falcon. He's got the cat watching.
Okay, fellas, welcome.
And yeah, you're right, Bounty. You've got your boys there stepping up for PRT. Absolutely, it's just it's in the tier 2 that you guys are really performing very well. So, just got to get the whip cracking on the tier 1 guys, mate. And you're probably a little bit like myself. I'm probably, well, not probably. I'm definitely letting my team down. I just, with being on holidays and whatnot, I've hardly been in the mix of anything, to be quite honest, over the last few rounds. But luckily, we've got some very dedicated and quick boys at the top, which is certainly helping our cause. I'm certainly looking forward to next week and seeing what the final outcome of that is, which will be fantastic.
So I'm watching bits and missing here. He's down here in 8th, 1.2 seconds off. So he needs to pull something out of the bag here to bring himself back up into contention. Or I think M Harris and Panda are just going to run away with the race here. Then he might see his championship grip slowly driving away from him too.
Yeah, look, it might be playing on his mind a little bit too, mate. Like, he needs to get back to the pits and get his pit crew in there and just getting a little bit of coaching.
Yep. The nerves might be getting to him. So when you're nervous, you cramp up, you grab the wheel tighter, and that makes you slower. You got to loosen up and be relaxed.
Yeah, well, that's easier said than done. I know exactly how that feels.
Mm-hmm.
I've had times when I've been braking on the pedal and my bloody left leg just shakes. Just out of anxiety and nerves and adrenaline that's running through your system. It's crazy.
Yeah, absolutely. Sometimes you just can't control it, but I think a few deep breaths can maybe help a little bit. Depends.
A couple of wines also helps that too, mate.
Yeah.
It just
I'm not sure drinking wine and driving would help though.
Yeah, it works. I've done it. It works. It's achievable.
I don't think I want to try. I might get some bad results.
Yeah, I wouldn't do it in real life though, people. So don't take that gospel.
Don't try it at home, kids.
Nah, definitely not. Well, we're getting winding down. We're down the last 20 seconds, so pretty solid there. I mean, Aaron Harris is literally 5/100ths of a second behind.
So it's going to have to be this lap for bits of missing. I don't think he's going to have enough time. No, he's not going to have enough time to do another lap. So it's this one or nothing. What can he pull out? Will he improve? We're coming down to the final straight. And he goes... No, he does not improve.
He hasn't. No.
So that's going to be a tough pill to swallow, that one. Being down 7th. He's got a bit of work to do now. But watching Scotty up in 9th. So he's doing pretty well here in the Bentley.
He is.
Only 1.3 off. Does he improve? He does.
He has.
He's up to 8th now.
One spot.
So great.
Very good.
Great little qualifying for him. Who do we have still out in trap? Cobb McCool, one of the last drivers to come in. He's done well there in 10th. 1.3 off the pole time.
He's just gone out on the grass too.
Yeah, it's not... No, he doesn't improve. So I think that is everyone. Oh, no, we still have M. Harris. He's got one more flying lap. He's pulled out.
He's pulled the
So
pin
there
on that
we
one.
have it. There we have it. We got pole position Flung Poo Panda for 1 minute 36.3, and just nipping at his heels we have M. Harris with 0.05 seconds off him, and in third on the grid we have Team Little Bear 0.4 off, and then we have down the order we got 4th Saint Sim, 5th Shamrock, 6th Shaky K, 7th Spitzer Mitten, 8th Scotty Pye, 9th Christopher, and 10th is Cobb McCool to round out your top 10.
Yeah, so some pretty strong contenders in there, mate. We've got our normal Wiley customers at the very top there, as you mentioned, with Panda and Harris and Team Little Bear. Saint Sim is certainly a surprise package coming up, but we know that Saint Sim is a pretty good driver, so he's certainly got that Ferrari hooked up. Shamrock and Shaky, Nick, in there in the Audis. And, I think with the rest of the guys down further, we've got the Sparky God, XO, Wayne, Morris, Kick It and Rip It, AB Saints, BV Racing, Low, and Add Too Many are in there. So we've got BV Racing. This is his first race back for Roos for quite a while now. Used to be part of Team BHR there at one stage. So he's running around as a privateer, and for his first race back, he's decided to jump in the Porsche. So he's certainly looking to challenge himself.
Yes, he's jumping in the deep end here, and for an endurance race. So good luck to him.
Well, he's picked the right track. It's a short, fast. This is the sort of car that would actually do quite well. So
yeah.
But hopefully he enjoys himself, which is the main thing, and then we can get him into a team for season 10, which will be fantastic. But all right. So while we're just waiting, I might just do a quick toilet stop, mate, if that's all right, because I did rush home this evening.
Yeah, go for it.
If you want to put the what do they call it? The music, when you get put on hold. What's that crap called?
Standby music.
Yeah, that will do. Maybe you can sing.
No, I cannot sing.
Okay.
Unless someone pays me a lot of money.
Yeah, that won't be me.
In chat.
Yeah. Well, someone in the chat actually might sponsor that, mate. If you let's put it out to the guys in the audience there. Let's put a wager on, and Noxie will sing us a song. He actually has got quite a very good voice, so we'll see how that comes out.
No, you don't want to hear it. Trust me, even if you pay for it.
All right, I'll be back. 2 seconds.
All right. So what do we reckon, guys, in the chat? What's our picks for first, second, and third for the end of the race? Will we see Panda pulling away, or are we going to see Harris keep up with him and maybe pass him for the lead? Sparky has $2 down. Thank you. Oh, apparently Stu can sing. Does Stu have a good voice, does he? Maybe we can do a duet, maybe. Or sing Matilda. You're going to have to pay me a lot more to sing, or I'm going to have to drink a lot more red. But let's look at the circuit Zandvoort. Its overall look. Looks a very pretty circuit next to the beach. Stephen McDonald says Little Bear first, Panda second, and Saint Sim third. Oh, we're putting Saint Sim up in third. That'd be a cracking race, that one. I'd love to see him go that high. Get a full-blown podium. Yep. Bounty says, I sold my vacuum cleaner. It was just gathering dust. Oh, you go Rain of Fire, M. Harris, Saint Sim and Shamrock. Now that'd be an interesting one too. But Shamrock, he's had the pace here and there, so I would have put him past him to get him on the podium. Yes, Steve, quite a bold future prediction there. What do we have here? If I can work out my OBS, there's too many letters and words in front of me here. Here's the track. We've got 14 corners. It's about 4.2k long, right next to the beach. And I think if we go, might not go too far, but...
I'm back.
Hey, you got to be careful. The drivers have to be careful because the crowd here can be pretty intense if they're orange dust here.
That's generally when Max Verstappen is there, mate.
Well, we got Hamilton here, and he got hit hard by the orange.
Did he?
Yep.
Is he still alive, that bloke?
They also got a bird too. It turned orange too, so the drivers have to be careful here. So here we go. Yeah. We're just starting off the warm-up lap. The guys are going to try and warm up their tyres as best they can. They don't want to have any cold tyres.
No, especially when and just with the names of the corners here, I'm sure that most people probably know this, but all the names end in Bok, which I won't be pronouncing. But so turn 1 is Tarzan, which is pretty easy. Turn 2, Gerlach, and then Hugenholtz, Hunzer Rug. That sounds like something that K-Man would be rugged up to right now. Slotmaker, Chevrolet, I think it is, Master. And then you've got turn 9 and 10, which is Bok, 9 and 10. Hans Erst, 12, 11. And then turn 13, Cum Hobo. I'm thinking that's probably what that is. And turn 14, Eri Luyendi. So, yeah, I won't be pronouncing all those tonight, which is probably a little bit difficult. But anyway, yeah. So the guys will be warming their tyres up. As we mentioned before, too, mate, there will be quite a few nerves within the ranks here. I think that when they look, and credit to these guys, they've done it every round. They literally have a clean start just about at nearly every single race, which is a great effort. But certainly looking forward to seeing how all this plays out for these guys.
So we're coming around the final 2 corners here.
Yeah, it's a fair bit of swerving going on. There'll be a lot of the on and off brake stuff going on.
And everyone's just going to have to be aware of each other. It's a long race, so you're not going to win it in the first corner here. So just everyone stays alive, and that's everyone should be happy. Yeah,
Stephen, I won't be saying those names, mate. English is my second language, so that's my excuse. As they're lining up, light's about to go green. It's going to be a sprint race down to Tarzan.
Here we go. It's green light, and we are away down the straight. Shamrock's gone
Nick's
on the
gone
inside
out,
there.
made a massive dive. Is that
he
Shamrock,
has.
Is it? Thought it was Nick. Wow, that's a big move.
There's
a bump
Team
there
Little
from
Bears
Team Little Bear.
hit Saint Sim.
Ooh. Now, is he going to redress that? And someone else has gone around.
It's Mercedes. Bits of missing's gone around. That is tragic.
Oh, no.
He's... can you get the car starting?
Just going to watch the replay. Yep, and that all started with Team Little Bear making contact with Saint Sim there. Sort of everyone checked up. So it looks like someone in the Porsche, might have been Christo, who's gotten into the back of Bits Missing by the looks of it. Hopefully he's gotten going again. It looks like there's someone in a yellow spot. No, it is moving, which is good. So Scotty Pye's all the way back down to 18th.
Yeah, and AB Saints has had an accident too. He's down there in 15th as well. Oh no, he's down there and dead last now. So unfortunately.
Yep, Bits Missing's gone to the pits now. I would say that he has just gone straight back to the pits.
Yes, he has. I can see.
So he must have had a lot of damage.
So that is tragic.
Let's just hope. It is. Let's just hope that he can just get that car fixed up and then get back out there. So just try and recoup as many points as he can. But I've seen before in rounds where you've had guys that have been leading or up for a championship win and they're actually disconnected halfway through the race. So there's never give up.
So we're not sure if Team Little Bear gave back the position to Saint Sim. Oh, looked like he has because Saint Sim's back in front of him. So Saint Sim's back up into 4th now. So he's recovered very well in behind Shamrock here. And we've got Shaky Cage just behind him.
That's unfortunate. It's well done to Team Little Bear for redressing that. As we said, 90-minute race, so there's a long way to go. It is unfortunate, man, for Bits Missing. It's just one of those things. Unfortunately, you get in there hot and game. We've seen it so many times. You get a couple of cars up front that just make a little bit of a touch, and then the rest of the cars just concertina into each other, and then somebody always comes off worse. So it's just that's a really crappy outcome for Bits Missing. But mate, if you're listening or if you're still in there, just get out there, do some laps, just enjoy the rest of the night. Do it for the team. Try and get some points for GRT if you can, mate. That's probably one of the most important things you can do right now.
Saint Sim had a good run on Shamrock then, but Shamrock's held the inside line and shut the door. And
He
we've
doesn't
got,
look like he's got too much damage on that Ferrari either, so that's good.
yeah, a couple of scratches. The hit wasn't too hard, so he should be pretty light aero damage. So it looked like he's got pretty decent pace still. We got Bumpy Panda. We'll check up on him. He's running away with it already. M Harris is already 2 seconds behind him. Almost 2.5.
Yeah, so he might be light on fuel too.
Yes, it could be different strategies coming involved here already. So Panda might be light on fuel, as you say. It's pitting earlier. M Harris might be going longer. Possibly thinking about there could be rain tonight. There is a possibility of rain we gotta remember.
Yes. Yeah, thanks, Jace. Walko, commentator's curse, as they call it, mate. Just to give a little bit of context, the Tier 2 guys through the whole season have been phenomenal with their race starts. They've certainly made Tier 1 guys look, yeah, they're just been great. But unfortunate that that happened just as we were talking about it. Probably a good cue for commentators to not talk about it at anything like that within the first lap. But
Wayne Morris having a little look on the inside of Kick It and Rip It here. I think he gets it. He goes pretty deep though. Kick It.
He sure did.
Oh, he's got him.
I thought he was going to take him out then.
That was a great little move by Wayne there. And Kick It right behind his bumper though. Doesn't want to give it up. And we also got BB Racing there. He's hanging in there. He's moved up to 14. So he's made a few positions already in a couple of laps.
Yeah, no, he's doing good.
Others misfortune, so he's looking very clean there in the Porsche.
Yeah, and then Wayne as well. So he's actually does the Formula One racing online. So he's been concentrating on that a fair bit. Actually hasn't done too many laps around Zandvoort for practice, but I'm certainly figuring by the end of 90 minutes of racing he'll be very familiar with the track. And hopefully, yeah, we'll be able to push up. But I'll tell you what's interesting, mate, that we've got SAR in position 2, 3, 5 and 6. Now, if you think about the championship standings at the moment, SAR are probably our closest contender to P1. So this will certainly put a huge dent in that championship points standing, and that it's like obviously pending protests and whatnot, but should be interesting. You know what that means? It just means that me and Gaz are going to have to fire up next week. Sorry, Gaz, I'll put you in that comment as well.
Pull your finger out.
I'll try.
But yeah, definitely SAR have a fantastic Tier 2 lineup here. And Team Little Bear all over the back of Sparky God here, looking very menacing.
Sparky's got a bit of damage to the front end, so I'm figuring that there's probably a little bit of performance issues there with his car as well.
A little bit did have a rub with Saint Sim, but we can't really. I don't think he has much damage though. We can't really see much on his car. Now Sparky's all over the back of Cobb McCool too here. Looks like he might be a little bit better at the final sector than Bear at the moment, unless he had a bad sector. And then Bear might be better at the first sector. There could be a little bit of elastic bands going on here with different cars stronger in other areas.
Could be. Looks like Nick's taken a run up on the inside of Christo then. See if he's gotten past. He has. He's done the pass successfully and cleanly, which is good.
And Saint Sim is still in the back Shamrock here. He's doing a cracking job there in the Ferrari to keep up with the amateur driver.
Yeah, well, this is definitely
The pro man.
him stamping some authority on taking out the championship. So, not only is he doing it in style, but he's absolutely showing good pace. Like he's putting up to these guys, which is great. And this is another opportunity for post-season 9 where he gets to step up into the pro-am ranks and challenge those guys. He's already in there now.
Oh, and Bounty says top 3 live points at the moment. We got M Harris on 161 points, Panda on 151, and Bits on 140.
Yep.
M Harris looking the favourite here to take it out. But what's all happening here in the first corner here? Oh.
Yeah, well, it's not going to take much, mate. It's like I said, these strong guys are going to be tripping over each other pretty soon.
Low and Dealing just letting the front runners through.
Yeah, so how quickly has that happened?
He must have had an off or two to happen this early in the race, or he's had a little fix up in the pits as well. So he's already a lap down, which is not a good thing.
No, it certainly is not.
Whole race to claw himself back though.
What's the screen's a little bit blurry for me on the iPad, mate. What's the weather forecast? Has it got cloudy?
Yeah, we still got sun and cloud.
Temperatures drop right down.
Temperature's down to 27 degrees, so it's still looking fairly pleasant out here at the moment.
Yeah, it is. It is for now. Wow, can you imagine if there's rain? What would that do to the guys scrambling? I wonder if anyone's actually got a pit strategy set up for rain tyres.
Oh, you'd be stupid not to. Oof.
Well, that'd be me.
Well, I haven't set one up yet. I haven't even tried the. They call me stupid too, so I haven't even tried the Zandvoort in the wet yet. But on race night, though, you should probably have something ready, though. You just don't want to get caught out.
Nah. No, definitely not.
We'll just go down to the bottom of the order and have a look at add too many. Up behind here, BB Racing.
Yeah, so I want to do a bit of a shout out to Add Too Many. He's come across from Project Cast 2 and he's turned his hand at the Sunday Night League. And now he's been certainly been a learning curve for him in ACC, so I'm glad that he's persisted with it. I really hope that he's enjoyed this season. I know my first season it was frustrating, and once you actually start to learn some of the setups and whatnot, it actually becomes it becomes more enjoyable. I won't say easier because it's not, but he's certainly, he's just...
Oh, no! Oh, no.
So, sorry.
He's hit... Wayne Morris there has unfortunately hit Add Too Many there.
Yep.
And that's just ruined their races there.
That's that dreaded turn 6. So
yes,
he's come across there. Yeah, it is. Coming into 7. Unfortunately, he hasn't got the sand trap there to launch into. He's gone straight into the barrier.
Yeah, he's got
and
big
absolutely
damage
killed
there
the front of his car.
They'll be straight in the pits for them.
I would say so,
AB
for sure.
Not looking too great either.
Mate, AB's copped a bit of a whack.
Oh, and
also,
Kick and Rip It's gone off now too. We just caught the end of that. Lots of happening here down the back here, and they're having a pretty rough night of it.
Yeah, this is terrible for these guys.
Well, we'll go back up to Sparky. Looks like they're having a close battle, and Team Little Bear right behind him as well.
Yeah, I'd say Team Little Bear would be pretty keen to get past these guys.
Yeah, came in. Sorry about that. Commentator's curse strikes again.
No, I call bullshit on that, K-Man. It's got nothing to do with it.
We just had the video camera on him. We didn't say anything about him.
That's it.
The video curse or something.
But I'm sure that he'll watch the replay back and the stream and have a little bit of a chuckle to himself, hopefully. At least he got some airtime at the right time.
Yeah. But yeah, very easy to lose the rear end there. Sort of coming up on traffic as well. It just sort of, it changes your line a bit, and that changes everything. It changes your braking point and how your car shifts. So obviously it caught him out, unfortunately. And Wayne, unfortunately, was in the wrong place at the wrong time as well.
Well, I know that that turn 6, you know, I've come around there a few times, and even if you've got the aero balance just shifted back, you know, say 0.1, 0.2%, you know, it can make a huge difference to the behaviour of the rear of the car. And if you've got any slightest little damage, you know, that's going to affect the aero. I mean, he literally, you know, just got the old Scandinavian flick going because the back end just decided to come around for absolutely no reason at all. So, but again, like I was saying, first season in ACC on the Tuesday night league, so certainly stepping up for Add Too Many, which is, if you know, if you want to take it for what it's worth, it is a learning journey for him, which is what it is. So he's certainly not in contention with taking out any type of championship, but yeah, definitely certainly something that you learn by your mistakes.
It's a journey, not the end, isn't it?
That's right, mate. Yeah, absolutely.
And I think the challenge of properly driving and racing in ACC is just so much fun. Personally, I think you feel more in ACC. Oh, we just got a drive-through for speeding the pit lane for 115. Who's 115? Kick and rip it. They're having a shocking night already.
Yep.
So, not good for him.
Yeah, well, it looks like it's bunching up here between all these guys. What's going on here?
We got Sparky got an Audi. Team Little Bear right behind him. We got Christopher in this Porsche just in front of him here. And Saint Sim. Saint Sim.
Well, just Team Little Bear was nearly up the inside then. Of Sparky God. Sparky God's probably got one of the widest cars that I know on track most of the time. Very difficult person to get past.
Yes, I've raced against him a few times, and I can vouch for that. Very good defender. He knows exactly where to place the car. Oh,
well, there we go. There's another melee.
And Sparky and who's the Christopher.
Yep. So again, another victim of
another
turn
casualty.
6 coming into turn 7, just losing the back end. Both of those guys have got huge damage, and this is why this track is so. Yep, he's just got clipped the inside of that curb then as well, so his rear end's got floaty.
Very
poor
bad.
old Sparky's. Well, let's let Scotty Pye through anyway, but yeah, Sparky's got massive damage there.
Yep, the Exorcist going past him. The Exorcist is up to 10th now, and he's just been plodding away, keeping his car clean, out of trouble.
That's all he needs to do.
I'm not going to talk anymore about him because I don't want to give him the commentator's curse.
No, same. And Scotty Pye's up in it.
We'll go back to Team Little Bear and Saint Sim now.
Let's talk about Matt Harris.
M. Harris?
Yeah.
Sure.
What's he doing?
He's up
he's
here in
around
second.
Turn 6.
Second. And Drive 2 just cleared for bits of missing there. And he's 5.7 seconds behind Flongpu Panda.
Yeah, that's a big gap, isn't it?
Yeah, so we'll see what happens with their strategy. So it could be they're playing a different strategy game here. Panda might be coming in, maybe 30 minutes, where Harris might be coming in at a 45 or 50-minute mark or something.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we're down to track temperature of 28 degrees, so it's 6:09.
Oh yeah, 26 ambient now and 29 track. So tyres will be starting to get, the PSI will be starting to get a bit low now. If you set it up high at the start of the race, it'll probably be around the 27.3 or 4.
Yeah, I reckon there'll be a few guys that will probably be a little bit lower than that. They probably haven't quite anticipated the huge big drop in track temperature.
Yep, so that's going to change the car handling dynamics here. They're going to get a bit more roll in the car.
And we've still got sun behind clouds, is that what it's saying? Especially at the time, 6:12 p.m.
Yep, still nice and clear and fairly sunny. A little bit of cloud, but we haven't seen any dark clouds rolling yet. But we've still got an hour, just over an hour to go. We might see it eventually, but we don't want to curse them yet either. And let's have a look at
the shadows aren't that long either of the car, so sun's obviously still quite high up in the sky. But I'm sort of thinking that maybe by the time with 10 to 15 minutes to go, the sun will be quite low, so that will be interesting as well. So Sparky's commented as well, mate. So he's gone in and done his pit stop, and then also commented at the same time.
Wants to have a little yarn while he's waiting in the pits. It was rough, Sparky. We'll give you that.
Yeah, very unfortunate, mate. Just in the wrong place at the wrong time. So bad luck.
Everyone's starting to spread out a bit here. Looking at Scotty Pye now in 8th, he's doing very, very well as well. His car's looking pretty clean as well. So the two BHR boys, Scotty and Exorcist, have
Wayne Morris has got a stop go 30.
Nice and clean here at the moment. They've kept out of trouble. This could be a good position for them near the end of the race if they keep it all clean still.
Yeah, well, we need them to certainly be up there, chipping away and contributing to team points for sure, to go towards Team BHR. So it'd be nice to.
Oh, and just goes a little bit wide.
He's just gone wide. Quickly on the brakes again.
He's still, kept on the black stuff though. It wasn't too bad. Didn't lose too much time. I think the closest person on down the track now is Team Little Bear's back up to Shaky.
Actually, Stephen, your brother with Devon, is that correct, mate? If you can confirm. Hey, Cameron Footney, how are you, buddy? Well, that's Team Little Bear, nearly up on the inside of Shaky Nick there.
Yep, he might get him here.
He just might do. It's very close.
He might go around the outside if he can brake a little bit later.
Nick's let him go. Nick's let him go by.
Gets him on the inside on the next corner. Great move that. And Shaky K, good awareness there to let him through there. A lot of drivers can go a little bit deep there and run you off if you try and go around the outside. Oh, and we got another stop and go 30-second penalty to car 2888. Who is that? Oh, Wayne. Nice. Wayne got a stop-go penalty, unfortunately.
Yeah, so that's after doing his major repairs.
Yeah, not a good start for his race now. It's just gone a bit pear-shaped. We'll go back to Team Little Bear, see if Shaky K can hit back at him.
So Gaz has apparently nominated Stu to get into the chat and sing a song for us, I believe.
Or he's talking to Stu. He said Stu's a good singer. Apparently.
Is he?
Yep.
Well, he's got to have something going for him.
There's not much else, is there?
Nah, definitely not.
He can't drive. Can he sing?
Well, I hope he can sing.
No, Stu can drive. We're just having a
He's got
joshing.
he's got the voice of an angel, he reckons.
The voice of an angel. That sounds divine.
That sounds scary. I want Stu to come on and tell us a story. A tennis court, like, because he teaches old ladies how to play tennis. Like, and I reckon he'd have a funny story for us.
I'm sure he would.
When I say old, I'm thinking that maybe, geez, I don't want to say that actually. My interpretation of old is like 70 and 80 years old, but if you're talking, how old are you, Noxie?
I'd rather not say. No.
Well, what are you? Are you a millennium?
I got to actually think about how old I actually am. I think I'm 36, 37.
36?
I don't know. Last time I checked, I'm around that age.
Yep.
Creeping up the old big 40, I think.
Oh, mate, life changes at 40.
Don't tell me that. It's already changed enough for me already.
Has it? Oh, have you seen photos of Buddy EXO? Rocking it out on stage in Perth, doing his interpretation of AC/DC.
Oh,
Team Little Bear's just gone around.
He's almost caught it. Just almost looped it though. And Shaky Cave just managed to miss him. But that puts him behind St. Sim now. And Cobb McCall. And he's got Wayne Morrison there, but I think Wayne's a lap down.
He should let him through, which he just has, well done, Wayne.
Yep.
Good.
But that won't do his tyres any good. They're going to be red hot now after that big slide. So he's going to have to take it a little bit easier.
The back ones will be for sure.
Cool down his tyres. Take a breather and regather.
He's going in the pits.
He's going in the pits, so he might be changing his tyres already.
So I wonder if this is now taking him out of his sequence of where he actually wanted to do his pit stop.
Yeah, so he's going to have to do a bit of... the St. Sim's just gone off.
Oh, no.
It's all happening here. We just missed that. So he must have gone a bit too deep there, and he's gone off into the sand dunes. Now
what are we down to?
Is in front of him.
26 degrees. And that's put bloody Scotty Pye right up the back of St. Sim now.
Yes.
So there'll be some nervous people up here. Yeah, he's killing it.
So the ambient temperature has gone down to 25 degrees. So the track temperature is 26, so it's dropping pretty quick here. So it might be catching a lot of these drivers out. And we do know that the Honda is not the easiest car to drive. So unfortunately, Team Little Bears, he's found that out a few times this season.
Well, I'll tell you what Team Little Bear's done. I think I might have mentioned this, but as far back as I can remember, as it looked like St. Sim's trying to pull a move on Cobb McCall down here, coming into turn 11 and 12. So one of the things that Team Little Bear's done, Noxie, is that he stuck with the Honda from pretty much as far back as I can remember. And, no one else drove it. He's pioneered it. And then, even through our chat, we've got guys talking about driving it. And I'm sure that there's other guys and other teams that are talking about driving it as well. Seeing that what he's actually done with it this season, and, had it up in the podium and had race wins and all sorts of stuff. So, and, even at Misano, I mean, that time that he did in qualifying in the Honda was phenomenal. I couldn't even get close to that in the Audi. So yeah, I reckon that he's certainly, put the Honda up in lights for a few other guys to jump on board and give it a bit of a spin around a few tracks in for season 10.
Well, he's starting to understand its quirks more and more. The more races you see him in, he's just performing so well in it. He just has to get those little tiny mistakes out where you get those slides going, hit a curb at the wrong angle, and we'll see him. No doubt, we'll see him as a tier 2 winner one day, I reckon.
Yeah, definitely.
He's definitely got it in him, and who knows? Next season could be his. Season 10, the big 1-0.
Yeah, I can't believe how quick that's gone. Actually, it's been quite good. All the guys that do all the work in the background, with all the setting up of the servers and the captain's group and all the protests that get sorted out now. We've got a pretty good system with getting that stuff done in a timely manner. It's been a great effort by everyone involved in the season.
Saint Sim deep again.
He has. He's cut.
He almost
right across.
went onto the dune again. Exorcist got to be careful here.
Now this is Scotty Pye.
Yep, Scotty Pye. Sorry.
Yep. So he recognised that Saint Sim was going to then take that defensive line to prevent him from going past. So Scotty Pye just needs to sit in there and sit behind and just wait patiently now. Saint Sim is making a few uncharacteristic mistakes.
Yes.
Track temperature down to 25 degrees.
He had a half look on Cobb McCool and just outbroke himself a little bit there.
Yep.
But so he's going to have to reel his braking points in a little bit now. I think his tyres aren't good as they were at the start of his stint.
No, you can definitely see that. Just the way that the car's behaving. It's a little bit twitchy.
Yeah.
You've got BV Racing. Oh no, who is that? That might be Chris in that Porsche.
So yeah, I think it says Christopher. He must be a lap down.
Yeah.
So he's done his pit stops though, so that's why he's right up on the back on Scotty Pye here. Scotty Pye haven't done a pit stop yet.
Yeah, he's gone a little bit deep too.
Depends how badly he wants to fight Christopher here. If it might be smarter to let him go if he does have the pace on him.
Yeah, I'd probably let him go and then just jump on the back of him for a bit of a tow.
Yeah.
Because he has already dropped off quite a bit. Oh, and it looks like St. Sim's just clipped the grass there. It was a fair bit of a dust plume that blew up in front of Scotty Pye.
Sometimes it's good just to follow another car, although you can follow their lines and braking points, and you don't have to think too much. But yeah, if they miss their braking point, you're probably missing your braking point too. You seem to end up following them.
Yep.
You got to be careful just following someone. Some guys just like to be the leader and just race their own race, and others like to follow. Which are you, Ads? You a leader or a follower?
Oh, well, when I was racing project cars too, I was a leader, but now I'm a follower. Not by choice, just sort of.
But if you're put in this position now, like someone just slightly faster than you, but they're a lap down, would you let them through?
Yeah, 100%, mate. There's no point, buddy, fighting for position, because all you do is you slow yourself down.
Yeah.
So, I mean, if they're genuinely, and St. Tim's just picked up dust again, but if they're genuinely quicker, I would, definitely let them through. I'd give it a few laps, just to see, because obviously they've come out, got fresh tyres, There's no point just giving up the position just because. But you know, if they are genuine, then yeah, go through and then follow on and just race your own race. But it's about playing the smart game.
Yeah.
Especially with enduros. So.
Yep, play it smart. You just got to worry about your own race, your own car, your own lines.
That's it.
Look how well it's working out for Scotty Pye and Exorcist so far.
Yeah, I'm super excited for these guys. Genuinely, it's Exo. I know has had a bit of a rough ordeal over the last few rounds and just been, victim to circumstances outside of his control. But
yep,
again, it's just about being part of it. We're a race community that we stick together. We enjoy what we do. I mean, I know that there's times on track and off track and whatever that people get a little bit passionate about things and heated and whatever it might be. But at the end of the day, we're a big league. We've definitely got some history. And Stu, you might be able to tell us how long Race on Oz has been going for. But you wouldn't want to do it any other way. That's me personally, and I'm sure that there's a lot of other guys that probably feel the same way.
It looks like Saint Sim definitely wants to get a move on here. He wants to get in front of Cobb. He's poking his bumper here, there, and everywhere. And Cobb McCool just seems to be soaking up all that pressure. He's actually looking very smooth. He is,
yeah.
He's just doing his own thing. I haven't seen him do any sort of major mistakes yet. Unlike Saint Sim here, Saint Sim's looking racy, but he's very aggressive at the moment.
He is, and he's doing a little bit of
And there we go.
Oh, that was so close.
That was so close.
Well done, Scotty Pye.
Scotty Pye through there.
Quick on the thumb knob then.
That would have been squeezing his buttocks then.
Oh, mate, I reckon you would have been ready to jump out of his wheelchair and run a lap around the house.
So Saint Sim, as we were saying, a little bit too aggressive, and he's paid for it now, and it's allowed Scotty and Christopher through.
Oh, and Scotty's coming in the pits now.
Scotty coming in.
That's it's good spatial awareness actually by Scotty Pye just to miss that incident, because again it's another as these guys go side by side, and
Saint Sim again, he's going for the move, and he's
getting a little bit out of control.
He's getting a little bit too angry now. He's going to have to
hooked up on the curbing there.
Deep breaths.
I've only ever seen that once before, mate. It was at Monza, turn 1 and 2. It was angry old fella, got caught up on the ripple trip there and actually bottomed the car out and could not get traction to get back onto the racing track and had to return back to the pits. And I thought that was going to happen then for Saint Sim.
Yep. So he's just going to have to cool down now, regather. He knows he had the speed on the other AM drivers, but he just has to keep his car together. He's looking a bit banged up now, and his tyres will be pretty much had it by now.
They will.
Extra
take a couple of laps. Look who's in behind him though, in the Lexus.
The good old Viking rockstar friend, Exorcist.
Viking rockstar, mate. He's imagine meeting him in the bloody back alley. Frighten the crap out of you. Especially if it was a blue light disco.
And then you hear him sing and you're just like, oh, marry me now.
Oh yeah. I reckon him and AB Saints, they get, if you had those two, one of Exo's rock band nights, I reckon that would be an absolute blast of a night, to be honest.
And Saint Sim going in and Exorcist following him. So at the 50-minute mark here, we might be starting to see a few more hitters. The ambient has gone down to 24 degrees, so a lot of them probably feeling it on their tyres.
Yep, still cloudy.
Yep, still looking quite pleasant out there.
Hey, I just had a thought. I reckon we could. Gaz has got a really nice pad in Adelaide. I reckon he should organise a Team BHR get together, and EXO could be our live entertainment for the night. I believe he's got quite a few bottles of red wine at the house. He's also got a slightly souped up. What's those electric cars called? Tesla. That we can take for a few laps around the block, which will be fun. So yeah, Gaz, if you're listening, mate, can you put something into play there and let us know what we need to do to come across for the weekend? We'll have a long weekend. It'll be like weekend at Bernie's, because that's what I reckon will happen to EXO after we finish with him.
And Scotty right behind BV Racing here, who's full position, but BV still hasn't had a pit yet. So
yeah, I think he's gotten past. Has he gotten?
Oh yeah, Scotty. Oh, here we go. It's
up the inside. Well done, Scotty Pie. That is a bloody
nice clean
move.
That's how you do it.
Yep, that is
how you do
fantastic.
it. And BV, good awareness there, just to let anyone through. He's doing his own race, and he's still looking very clean too. So he's driving his own race. He's up there in 7th. He might and
on wide.
Yep, going wide a little bit. Still good. He's still good. Still got a pit, but we'll see where he comes out after he pits. So we're trying to see who's the closest together at the moment. Yeah, Exorcist behind Saint Sim here. Not too far behind. Saint Sim coming up on Wayne there, who's looks like a lap down.
Hey, I've just got some breaking news. So we may have a guest speaker jump in, mate.
Ooh.
And I heard the little notification going, so I'm just wondering, is the guest speaker there by any chance?
How you going, lads?
Here he is.
Hey.
Oh, I'm in. I'm in.
Welcome, Barradog.
How you going, boys?
Good, mate. Yourself?
Good, mate.
Good. Very good. What's happening?
Oh, not much. Well, I'm on the wild turkeys. I'm guessing you're at work?
No, mate. I'm off. I'm off tonight.
Oh, yeah. Well done.
Not feeling the best. So I've got the sniff. Nah, I've got the sniffles, mate.
You haven't got swollen. What is that? Is that the one where you got like swollen ovaries as well?
Yeah. Pretty similar, mate. Pretty similar.
Yeah. Oh, don't worry. I wish I had ovaries sometimes. If you had ovaries, you'd have something else.
Looks like Panda's
like a brand new toy.
Looks like Panda's got the wood on them at the moment tonight.
Yeah, he's running away at the moment. 7.2 seconds in front of Harris at the moment.
Those the guys that pitted early, it's a long way to carry those tyres to the end. So interesting to see. It might make up a bit of time at the moment, but I think late they're going to struggle. So
yeah, so the track's only going to get colder and colder when the sun goes down too. So they have to be careful with that.
Well, it is 8:07 p.m. So being in Dutchland, I'm not quite sure. Is it like 9 or 10 o'clock when is it still daylight at that particular time in real life? I think it probably is.
No idea.
It might make up a bit of time.
Could be right.
At the moment, it's dark here at 5 o'clock, so I don't know where we are.
Yeah.
You might have to turn down your TV volume, Barrett. We can hear you.
So, Burradog, how's
Sorry, mate. Is that better?
Yep. Just a quick question, mate. Just give us a little bit of a recap on the season so far for GRT and how you guys have tracked along, and you've had some new people come into your team, and what's all that look like for you?
Yeah, mate. We were pretty lucky. We got Side Dog pretty early in the set. I think on draft night, I think we got him when he signed up, so that was pretty handy. But he's over in NZ, so as is Norm. So I think the races are sometimes a little bit late for those boys to jump in. I think Norm's pulled the pin for next week because it'll probably run a bit too late for him.
Yep.
Lucky that we got Matt Simmons too. I've been pestering him for a while to join up, and I finally got him for a couple of races. Hopefully he can make the next one, but it's good to have him in the league. He's a top dude. Same with Side Dog and Norm. All those GT boys that have sort of come over have sort of landed in GRT, so I've been telling them all it stinks like the GT dumping ground in here. But they all seem to go pretty well, so
they do.
Pretty lucky with that. Yeah,
they are probably one of the quickest guys around in Australia, and it doesn't really matter which sim game they go on. They're up there.
Well, you didn't get all of them, mate. We've got Noxie in Team BHR, who's come across from the GT Racing Series, and absolutely has shone this season. So super proud of what that looks like, and as I can imagine for yourself there, Burradog, you've got quite a few guys there that you could certainly put on your mantelpiece and give them a polish every now and then.
Yeah, a couple of them will probably make the Hall of Fame, the old GRT Hall of Fame. I'll put their pictures up in there, so
yep,
pretty lucky. And yeah, Noxie doing really well this season. It's really good to see that. Aston Martin up there. It's a shame about tyres. Aston Martin doesn't seem to be as quick, so poor old P&L.
Yeah, I don't know how. It's got lucky in a few races, I reckon.
Yeah, well, what's interesting, Burradog, we had this conversation that even at the start of this stream tonight, that Noxie's you're leading the championship, mate. Is that correct?
I think he's equal.
Equal, is it?
Equal. So
yeah, equal first with
whoever comes in front of each other wins.
Yeah, but you haven't won a race yet this season, so you're winless.
Well, technically, I won one of the sprint races, but I didn't win the round though.
Yeah. So that just
goes
to show that the consistency is key. As we said, you've got to be up there to continue and to compete. But yeah, no, you're right, Burradog. It's awesome to have some of those guys come across from the other series. I hope that they've enjoyed it. I know that a lot of those guys turned their hand at Wilco's endurance series as well, which I was part of the first endurance, which I thoroughly enjoyed. And again, even for little old me, was pretty happy to be in amongst those guys. So yeah, it's good to definitely spread the love, and maybe they might bring a few of their other comrades across to come and join us on the ACC League Racing, mate.
Yeah, for sure. A bit of a plug for the AusNZ Endurance Series. They've got the next round coming up at Spa. I think it's about a month away, so get your team sorted, boys, and get in there.
Yep.
It is very good. Like, even the qualifying night's probably the most intense thing that you can do. If you make that top 10 shootout and you've got one lap to do it, it's just, the pressure and the anxiety that goes with it is pretty crazy. So it's good times, and get into it if you can. It's sort of good. Like, I'm glad that those we've got so many guys from lots of different leagues, so I guess everyone sort of can, whenever they can race, it sort of suits them. But now everyone's sort of in the same channel, and we can plug both leagues and try and get full grids and get as many people as we can in there. So
Yeah, and that's what it's all about, mate, isn't it? At the end of the day.
yeah, definitely. Like we've all got our own leagues that we like to race in, and it's good to sort of bring all those guys together and try and get all those fast guys in the same league and see who comes up trumps. Yeah.
It's awesome just having a massive big grid as well. Like, it doesn't matter how slow you are, you might be able to have a good battle with someone in 15th and 16th even.
Yeah, definitely.
The bigger the grids, the better, I reckon.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. That was me and Jambon last week were duking it out for, I think it was 4th and 5th. So, and we were just locked together pretty much the whole time. I think I pitted just before him, and he came out just in front of me, and we were stuck together again. So
yeah,
all those battles through the whole field, as long as you're having a good time and enjoying yourself, and you race who you can race. I guess that's the joy of it. So,
well, I think the key to it too, mate, is you described the closeness of the racing and the competitiveness that you had with Jambon, but if you can do it cleanly and you're constantly on edge, that's where you spoke about the anxiety and the excitement that comes into it. If you can do it professionally, the reward is amazing.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, it's just, and doing it lap after lap after lap. Like, I think we were 25 seconds off third by the end of the race. So those guys they don't make mistakes up the front, like Eagle and Knox and all those boys that are running at the front. So it's just a matter of getting your car and setting it up and hitting it every lap. So it'll be interesting next week with the extra half an hour, and the tyre wear's pretty massive around that circuit. So it'll be interesting to see who takes the double stop and tries to just go flat out for as long as they can. That'll probably be me, I think.
And just slot in here, Stu's saying Low and Zealand just dropped out too. So unfortunately, we've lost him. He didn't have a very good start to the race though, so unfortunately.
No. He didn't. And did you see the bit, Baradoc, when we were talking up Add Too Many? And then he ended up having a crash into turn 6.
I seen his crash, but I did not have the volume up. So obviously you blokes put the mocker on him. So
well, apparently, we did. But you know what? We certainly weren't. The only thing that we were doing was talking positive about his efforts this season, coming in, from Project Cars 2 and coming from the Sunday Night League and having a crack at the GT3 series, and really being, just treating it, I guess, and you can probably confirm this, but more as a bit of a learning curve for his first real season at ECC.
Yeah, definitely big step up in competition, and he's learning every week. I think he was in the top 10 for a little while last week, so we were pretty stoked about that. And as you say, it's just race consistency, getting around there consistently, doing the laps, and I think he's got a lot to learn setup wise. We've only had Andrelli was the only other BMW in our team, so it was sort of feeding off him a little bit, but unlike if you had a few guys all in the same car, you usually settle on a pretty good setup for everyone. So
big
learning curve for him, but he thought this car was probably the safest for him to drive. So
So
that's what we found too. BMW definitely does seem to be one of the safer cars to drive, and out of the box, quick too. I don't have to mess around as much with the tune either.
Seeing Eagle Wind up there winning races, and it's obviously a pretty easy car to drive. So
that's the third reference you've made to P&L, mate.
we do have quite the rivalry between GRT and P&L, so
Is that the
Yeah.
third start
I'll
you've
take
done?
I'll take a shot at him every time.
Well,
Every time
yeah.
I can get a shot, I'll drop one.
Yeah, well, BHR doesn't have quite a verbalised relationship with P&Ls as you guys do, but I think that we're certainly up there on the list of teams that they don't like very much. But that's okay. That's why we have teams. But hey, let's talk about yourself for a moment, mate. We've been racing together for quite a while now. This season, you've stepped right up, and you're in the Audi Evo 2. Tell us a little bit about what's changed for you in terms of performance. Have you been piggybacking off some of those like Side Dog or, Matt? Has anyone sort of been giving you any sort of tips or coaching? Tell us about what that looks like.
Not really. I've sort of gone down the avenue of trying to set the car up for me. Instead of just grabbing a setup from someone and tuning it from there, I've just sort of started to look at just trying to set the car up. Wiggsy's a pretty big help. We usually jump on and do a few laps, and Wiggsy's heavy breathing in my ear for an hour. But
that looks like.
just trying to set the car up, just sort of for me, and making it safe. And first time in a mid-engine car.
Yep.
Yep. Yeah, so it was sort of pretty different. I'd spent a lot of time in the Bentley, which was could just eat the curbs up and you could just throw it around, and it was really safe and really enjoyed it. But I have enjoyed the Audi. It's pretty quick. Wouldn't say it sort of favoured many of these tracks with the bumps and things like that, but it's still a good time. So
yeah,
enjoying it. Yeah,
Our first
Definitely
battle of the race in quite a while here, on track battle. So Christopher's just behind Exorcist here.
Good pick up, Noxie. Well done.
Battling pretty close. They're one of the only close battles on the track at the moment.
I forgot we're actually commentating. I thought this was like a podcast or something.
Well,
Well, you can turn it into a podcast after the YouTube.
Yeah, I think it's gone actually quite good. The interview, Baradog.
Cheers, boys. I'll leave you to it. I'll let you get back to it and bring home the last half an hour of the race. And thanks for having me.
One last question
us,
before
buddy.
you scoot off, Burrow.
Yeah, mate.
One last question. So, car of choice for season 10?
Well, I'm not sure, but I'm thinking about the Lambo. Just quietly, I've always wanted to drive it, so
Yep.
I'll give it some testing and see what I come up with, and probably go back to the Audi after a lap.
You used to say that about the Bentley every time. I remember you. Hey, Baradog, you should drive this. Oh, yeah, okay. No, I'm going back to the Bentley.
Yeah, I always went back to it.
About 5 seasons in a row.
Yeah. I've done one season in the Ferrari. I think that was in the picture I sent to Lenny. So
He's still got that on his bedroom wall, mate. He loves it.
Yeah, it'll be worth a few dollars one day, mate.
It will be, for sure. No,
all right, boys.
Mate. Appreciate your time.
Have a good one.
Yeah, mate.
Good luck. See ya.
Okay, bye.
Bye.
So Christopher almost lost the rear end coming out of the first corner. M. Harris has just passed him, just lapping him now. So Christopher's fallen off the back of Exorcist now.
Yeah,
so we're going to be watching M. Harris now catch up to Exo.
Well, Scotty Pye's actually catching up to, I'd say he's one lap down of Nick, but I thought he was actually catching up.
And Exo lets him through there, so good work there. And they, Exo and Christopher can continue on with their little battle here.
Yeah, look how long the shadows of the cars are too, mate. They're bloody like football fields now.
Yes.
So massive change. Down to track temperature 22. Ambient temperature 22 as well. So it's 9:22 p.m. or 9:24, sorry. 9:24 p.m.
And Exorcist has his lights on now too, so it gives him an extra couple of milliseconds of speed.
Yes.
Everyone knows that.
It's got DRS open as well.
Yep.
That's his side window that's open for his arm to hang out. So show the ACDC tattoos on his arm.
And pick up
on
a
Scott.
beer past the pits.
Yeah, well, that was AB that was standing at the pit wall, ready to give him a beer.
Oh,
As
it's
he's just gone wide on the
touched the grass there. Christopher's gone wide too. Onto the rubber.
Black Falcon's asking where the rain is.
No.
Oh, how good are the sparks? Exo's got that Lexus low in the rear end. Every time it hits a bump, it just sparks up like that bloody Formula 1 car. So it looks fantastic.
It's going to look better and better as we get darker here. Oh, Christopher going on the inside there, pushing Exorcist wide. He's gone out the inside here though. Can't go around the long way around there.
No, Exo's driving with confidence. He knows he's racing line. He knows that Christoph is not going to stick it up the inside unless he is a little bit ambitious. But hopefully after 1 hour of racing, these guys have got half an idea of where they can put the car and where they can't.
Yeah, you'd think they'd know.
Hey, I've got a question for you, Noxie, just before we get into the final parts of the race. But next week, Tuesday, final race for Tier 1, Season 9. You and Eagle on equal points. How's that week looking like for you in terms of preparation?
Oh, hopefully good.
Yep. Do explain.
To be honest, this is the most prep I've ever done for a whole season. Exorcist gone wide again, pretty much carbon copy of the lap before.
Yep.
Like every race, I've had a lot of, I wouldn't say a lot, but a lot more spare time with my current job.
Yep.
So I've been able to pump out a lot more practice than I would usually have.
So you've done quite a few laps around Zandvoort.
We've seen the what would you call it? My efforts to fruition. Yes, he's gone for another inside move. X is going to have the inside on the next corner. Oh no, Christopher gets him around the outside there. So great little move that. He finally gets it done.
Nice and clean.
Yep.
Yep, so you've done a lot of laps around Zandvoort then?
Not yet. I'm fairly comfortable. I've done enough to be comfortable, but not enough to be feeling comfortable that I could beat Eagle.
Yep.
And I know he's just been getting quicker and quicker as each race goes on. And Christopher just
he must just clipped the grass.
He's hit the wall too, so he's going to have a bit of damage.
He certainly will, and this will put... Who's coming up there behind him? Yeah, that's terrible.
Did all his good work there. So behind him is Wayne Morris, but he's a lap down, so...
Yeah, just watching the
Exo
replay,
off the hook now.
He is off the hook. Looked like he just went a little bit wide and clipped the grass on exit.
And that's just
I've turned 14
lost the traction.
Ari Luyendik Bok corner is what it's called.
Easy for you to say.
Yeah. I closed my eyes when I was reading that, actually. I just got a little bit confused. But, yeah, no, look, mate, good luck for next week. We certainly will be rooting for you. Me and Gaz.
I'll do my best, but anything can happen. As we all know, Keaton will probably win it too. So he's just been outstanding. He's just had a bit of bad luck with penalties and pitch strategies. But I think he's probably been one of the quickest drivers, other than Side Dog, who we haven't seen in the last couple of races, which between those two, they will probably would have won this season. if things went their way, and
Yep.
if Side Dog stayed in the championship. We know he's a busy man, so he can't make all the races, unfortunately. And we also got Mint Matt, who those three guys together, almost impossible to beat. Yeah, the three of them always fighting for championships. So to be out in front, along with Eagle, yeah, it's just I can't. I got to sort of pinch myself. I'm like, I can't believe I've done this well for the season. So yeah, hats off to everyone I've raced against. Everyone's been really clean against me, and I've tried to be as clean as I could against them. Had a little bit of a rough day at the sprint days, but I think that's just racing sometimes.
It is, mate. Just jump on Shaky for a second. We'll just have a look there too. But
Yeah.
no, you're well deserved in your position to where you are, mate. I know that practice is key. Like, it's one of the things that I've lacked this season. As I said, I've been going away on holidays, and I've had other commitments as well. You need to practice. I remember Baradog talking about the endurance race there with Wilco's group. When we did the race there at Bathurst and I qualified 10th, I was that wrapped. I partnered up with Stu Carr. I was that wrapped that I just made it into the top 10, and then through that one lap qualifying, I think we qualified 3rd.
Yes, you had an amazing qualifying.
Yeah.
And
It's just the thrill and excitement from that that I experienced. Like,
And
I
the
had
adrenaline.
mate. I had no idea that I was going to do that well, but and then everyone else sort of crashed out, and I was just getting pumped, and but then racing against like Matt and Wilco and those guys just smashed us. They're amazing on race day. It just comes down to experience and whatnot. But anyway, I had fun and was super thrilled to qualify where we were. As we've got a little bit of a Chinese dragon chain going on here with these guys.
Shaky K putting the pressure on Little Bear here. Gone around the outside.
He's going to stick it in there too.
I think he might do. He's going to have a better line here too. Yes. Bear tucks in behind him.
Yeah, well done, Nick. Good work.
Great little move there, nice and clean.
Yep. That's
And
cleaner than his commentating.
It's starting to get pretty dark here now. Starting to get into the twilight zone. And look like Shaky K's got the Audi pretty hooked up in this the colder conditions here.
Well, look where Scotty Pye is. He is right up the back of Team Little Bear.
Oh wow! Where did he come from?
Well, I know he lives in Tullamarine in Melbourne, but other than that, I'm not quite sure. This is a remarkable effort by Scotty Pye.
Yes, this is amazing. I didn't even realise how close he was to. He's all over the back of Team Little Bear now.
Well, he needs to get in there because we've got Team SAR 2, 3 and 4 at the moment, which is going to impact on championship points. And if K-Man's listening, if he hasn't bloody dropped off the perch, he'll be sitting there bloody stressing out, I reckon. K-Man, shoot us a comment. Put a comment in there, mate. Tell us you're still alive. Come on, Scotty Pye. Get up there.
The Bear might be struggling with his pressures here.
I reckon he is, mate.
So he's got 20 minutes.
He's got plenty of time.
Scotty Pye behind him. Scotty Pye has 20 minutes to get in front. Can he do it?
Oh, I hope he does. Like, Scotty Pye he's the most passionate guy. And we all know that his name's Devon. Devon McDonald, lives in Tullamarine, Melbourne. He's in a wheelchair for musculoskeletal disease. He's an absolutely ripping young fella. Team Little Bear's just gone wide out in the dirt, so Scotty Pye will be gobbling that up and just thinking, rubbing his hands together. Well, he won't be because he's got his hands on the controller, but he's a ripping young fella. And, you know, this whole, we spoke about community before, but with the Ruse League, you know, the whole Ruse thing for him it's like a second family for him. He just loves racing. He loves being part of the team's system. And I think that for what he does under his circumstances is absolutely phenomenal.
And we know we know how much time and effort he's put into these races too. He just unfortunately just had some bad luck here and there in some races, out of his hands as well. Kind of like Exorcist too.
Yeah, and Exo's still up in P9, which is a good result.
It would be great to see him finally get a fantastic position here, and to get in front of Bear, that'll really up his confidence to show that he can fight with the top guys in T2.
Yeah, absolutely. I've done quite a few commentating sessions with Devon, and you know, when you talk to him offline, you can hardly get a word out of him. But as soon as the green light goes, you can't stop him from talking. And one of his most favourite sayings was the cork in the bottle. And right now, our team little there is his cork in the bottle, and he would be definitely looking forward to getting past him and making a little bit of a gap. But that Bentley is just absorbing all the curbs at the moment. All his race lines are beautiful. I love his wide entry. He's coming in nice and shallow.
He's looking good.
He is. He's making Team Little Bear work for this right now. This could be it. If he can drive up, get a bit of a toe. Nah, he's just going to be patient still.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm so proud of what he's doing. He's just, got a little bit shallow there, but hang in there, mate. You'll be right.
K-Man said he's the best he's felt in days.
K-Man, yeah.
And Cameron said, how old was she, K-Man?
Well, you know what the worst part about that is? He actually lives on a farm with a lot of sheep.
Oh.
So
yeah, we won't go there.
No, we won't go. He's not New Zealand. No, nothing against the New Zealand people either. I think they do a fantastic job. This is a very good battle at the moment. It's probably a little bit hard for us to determine how dark it is on track, but
still in the twilight phase, so it's apparently 10:30 over there right now. It still looks like it's 6 o'clock in here in Australia, though.
yeah,
but
exactly.
Some places are like that. I remember being in LA for a week for a holiday, and it was literally, I think around the same time. It was 10:30, and the sun was still out. I'm like, what is
really?
going on? Yep. Well, I didn't think LA was like that. But
yeah, it's a bit of a spin out, isn't it?
Yeah. Well, a lot of places are like that. They probably think us weird with our times when the sun comes up and down.
Well, I've got to get up at bloody 4:30 tomorrow morning, so I can tell you right now it will be cold and very dark.
I wish you all the best.
Thank you, mate. I appreciate that.
A couple of Barocas or Red Bulls or something?
Yeah, don't know yet. I'll work that out. See how I go. No, I don't drink coffee. It's bad for you, that stuff. That's why I drink wild turkey.
And that's better.
It is.
Hopefully not too much in the morning.
No, definitely don't do that in the morning, mate. Hey, you know what? I've just seen. I love the glow of the exhaust pipes when it's dark. It looks fantastic. One of the best cars for the glow is the Porsche.
Yep.
It's got this huge big muffler at the back. Is there anyone we've got Christoph in there. If we can just to jump on him for a sec, we'll just have a look, see if we can pick up any of his.
There it is.
Yeah, lovely. I love that. Yeah.
And I think we might see some of the brake glow soon too.
Yeah, I hope
that
so.
can happen in the darker. Once it gets darker
Yeah.
in the heavy braking zones, we might see it.
They've just got this great big muffler glow there. Looks amazing. I'm actually thinking about driving the Porsche again for season 10.
You will and won't regret it. That's
Yeah,
all I can-
I've done it
It's-
before.
It's an amazing car to drive. Like, it's just really rewarding when you get it right. But it's a very finicky thing.
It is finicky.
Some tracks you just nail it. You're like, wow, I'm like so quick here. Another track you're a second behind. You're like, what am I doing wrong?
Paul Ricard was perfect example. I think I was 2 seconds even. What's that bloody? I can't. What's the track where Ayrton Senna died? What's that called?
Which track?
Ayrton Senna. He died at.
All right, Suzuka.
Oh no! Oh God, why can't I remember that? Anyway, it's on those long tracks. Someone in the chat might be able to confirm that for me. Imola, that's it, Imola.
Yep.
Yeah. So again, those two tracks with the Porsche were just seconds off of even the next guy in front of you, just because of the long straights. You just didn't have that top end speed. But I believe that the BOP might be changing at the next update, so it's probably a good opportunity to revisit the Porsche and get used to the handling and setups for it, because it is a nice car to drive and it is quick. Thanks, K-Man. Thanks, Stu.
Yeah, Bounty's giving us an update. M. Harris, 167. If he finishes where he is now. Bits 152 and Panda 151.
So, Bounty, does that include the 1 point that Panda's got for pole position? Because Bits missing. Has he moved up? Is he still a couple of laps behind BV Racing? I'm not sure.
Bits is in 13th at the moment. BV just going down the back straight now.
It's getting dark too now, isn't it?
Yeah.
I love the exhaust on the Mercedes AMG.
So, and Bits and Missing's just coming around the corner to come onto the back straight.
Yep. What could have been.
Yep. So...
Yeah, I feel for him. But,
still, he's getting a second though.
He is.
Keeps it together.
I've said this before. Oh, they
See some sparks flying there.
That looks amazing. Thanks, Bounty, mate. I've said this before. With the guys, exactly like with Bits of Missing, he's had a terrible first lap incident. It's absolutely destroyed his opportunity to take out the drivers' championship. But he's gotten back in there. He's given every opportunity to have a crack, be competitive, and contribute to. Hang on, Bits of Missing's 153, so he's in front of Panda. Whoa, that's very controversial. There you go. See, and that's the whole reason why it's important that you just stay there and just do the best you can with what you've got.
So he's
So that
2
just for the
points
guys that
clear
are listening.
of Panda then. So if he
it.
stays where he is, he's got the second place. But if he has another mistake and falls down a few more positions, Panda's going to grab the silver spoon.
He certainly will. But just while we're talking about that, so we've got Bounty, who's the founder of the Podium. So definitely jump on the website. There's certainly one of the so the Podium race team, which represents his team, has the website for all the data and information on track positions, championship positions. There's details on teams. It's a really good website to jump onto. Definitely visit it. We do have a section in there. Well, not we, but
Whoop.
Bounty has a section
That
in
one?
there.
No.
Well,
I thought I
sorry.
had the podium website, but
Oh, rightio. Where you can donate money. Now, Bounty does all this off of his own back. So certainly if we can donate some cash to help contribute to the development of the website is a good thing. So, it's a really good website, and love the fact that he's gone to all the effort that he has. And how dark is it now? What are we at? 11:07.
yep, 11 o'clock at night, and now, yeah, it's getting very dark now. The sun's definitely gone down. Track ambient is 20 degrees now, and the track 20 degrees. So, oof, it's
Well,
you're
the
definitely
crowd's probably
playing a
gone home.
trick on their tyres now. The stars are out. We can see some of the stars, the twinkling in the sky. Oh, and
He's
Christopher
got that
gets it
Scandinavian
loose.
flick. That's that dreaded turn 6 going into turn
Yep.
7. It catches so many cars out. It's absolutely
Wow.
nuts why it does that. So for any of the tier 1 guides for next week,
And I think this is Sparky Guide behind him here for position. And
ooh, that's close.
And is that Shaky? Trying to figure out who that.
Yeah, I don't know. I love the glow of the numbers.
Oh, and
There's a
they
side
have
by
a
side
bump down the straight
door
here.
handle action. Yep,
He's gonna
absolutely.
break last. Oh, Christopher's got him though. He keeps the position. We'll stick with these guys.
Scotty
that
Pipe's
lets
also lost position as saying Sim 2.
Exorcist off the hook now. He's probably in clear air now. He can put his head down, consolidate his position. And
Yeah, it's really dark.
we just missed. Christopher just went off again.
Did he?
Yeah, I was just talking to myself and we just missed Christopher go off.
Oh, it's so dark I can't see
So
shit.
Sparky Guide is in front of him now. Christopher's down in 11th. So with 10 minutes to go, he's dropped a few crucial positions now, unfortunately. With the darkness probably catching him out, that changes your perception of your braking zones and everything and your lines. That makes it tricky.
Yeah, it sure does.
So I'm trying to see who else we got close together now.
Well, you got Saint Sim is 0.2 behind Team Little Bear.
Oh yes, we got a good line up
You got
here.
Scotty Pie in there as well. So this
Yes.
is a very close battle with 8 minutes and 24 seconds to go.
So all to play for here.
So all we need is for these two guys to trip over each other, and Scotty Pie has got a free ticket to
Yep.
P5.
He'd be rubbing his hands together again with the controller, hoping that they trip over each other here.
Yes. Stephen, your brother's doing very well, mate. Just go and give him a little bit of a rub on the shoulders for us. Just tell him to keep his calm and stay close.
I think Saint Sim's settled down a bit now. He's had a bit of a rough race thus far. Hopefully he's learned from his mistakes and
Yeah, I'm
he
not
can
sure
put a
about
clean
that.
move on Little Bear. Little Bear
Obviously, there's
seems
Double
soaking up
movement
the
of
pressure, but he's definitely slowed down with the colder conditions.
He has, but these two guys, I mean, Saint Sim's got the championship tucked away quite nicely, and they're fighting like bloody a married couple.
He wants more. He wants all.
Well, that's normally what happens, isn't it? The woman always wants more.
You're calling Saint Sim a woman, are you? That's not very nice.
Sorry about that. No, that wasn't my intentions.
Hello, boys.
Hello, K-Man.
I just thought I'd jump on just quickly to
hello.
quickly just
Yes.
say thanks to both you boys, Knox and Ads, for the season in commentary. To XO, AB, and Little Bear for jumping on board to do the tier 1 stuff for us for the last few rounds, and for everybody that's participated. We've got one more race to go next week. This one's not quite over, but I just wanted to say thanks to everybody for being involved.
Yeah, thank you, mate. And you've been detrimental to the season as well.
Detrimental or instrumental?
Well,
Absolutely.
Probably detrimental.
Get out of here, K-Man.
Right.
We don't need you.
Hang on. I've had a couple of wild turkeys came in, so I probably got my word wrong, but you've been instrumental. That's the word I was looking for. Not detrimental. Sorry about that, mate. You've been instrumental to the season as well, and as you're well aware, we've had quite a few roadblocks along the way and a few things to pick up where we can. And thank God, Stu's been able to step in and step up and support us with some of the decision making, which has been fantastic. So thank you, Stu. But yeah, came in with the streaming and doing all the bits and pieces with overlays and the setting up of the streams and even going as far as extending out to people that have wanted to do the streaming. You've been there to help and support, get those guys on board. So I really appreciate that, mate. And we absolutely are honoured to have you as part of the league. And we truly hope that you get over this bloody dreaded COVID thing that you've got, and you can, enjoy going back to work.
Thanks for the kind words, mate.
Couldn't have said it better myself. K-Man, you're an absolute legend. Cheers for letting us have a chance at spreading our wings, and I've been really enjoying trying out a little bit of streaming on OBS and stuff like that, and loving the commentating and bringing these races to you. I think there's nothing better than seeing yourself up on YouTube, having a good race with your other fellow drivers, and the tier 2 drivers have been putting on an absolute cracker of a season too. So it's been so much fun. And appreciate Ads and yourself, K-Man, giving us a hand whenever we need it. It's been awesome.
You've done a great job too, Noxie. Honestly, mate, I'm happy to take second fiddle to anyone with this sort of stuff. I mean, I had the similar thing with Nick and similar thing with Jamie, where a lot of my banter and it's just talking shit, but you guys are very technical, and I love that aspect of it. Sometimes you just need to have a clan in the room, which is me, which talks about other stuff, but it's a good balance. And you've done a stellar job this season, so thank you so much for stepping up and doing what you're doing. Look forward to seeing what the future looks like for yourself, mate, with this stuff. But it's been fantastic. Loved all the supporters as well through the chat. We've had some really good views. We are not paid professionals by any means. Oh, no. And we definitely try to do the best we can. However we come across, I've got no idea, but we're clearly stuck here doing Race on Oz commentating. None of us have been recruited through to V8 supercars. So, whilst I say that, we do it for the fans. We don't do it for ourselves.
And Saint
is making a move on.
He's going to try around the outside here. Sorry to cut you off, K-Man, but it's all happening here. We've got 2.5 minutes to go. And Exorcist is right in there too. And he's slowed down. Is that M. Harris behind him? I think that is M. Harris behind him. Or was that Panda?
That was Scotty Pye with M. Harris.
So M. Harris.
Just a quick one. Yeah, just a quick one, guys. I don't know whether Bounty can give us a quick update on the AM top 3, where we sit that, if he gets the opportunity.
We're pretty sure Saint Sim had this, but it'll be interesting to see who has taken that second and third position, though. Because I think it was pretty close between second and third.
Yeah, so I reckon this is crazy by these guys to let M. Harris through. This is absolutely just, yeah, shouldn't happen. Scotty Pye has just lost
Oh, I
it.
think Scotty's just looped it. He did.
Yeah, I don't understand. Like, M. Harris does not need to be in there unsettling those guys who are fighting for position. Just crazy. I know the blue flags are there, but geez, boys, seriously, you should just be fighting for position. There's
Yep.
no threat to M. Harris's
That's
spot
kind of
whatsoever.
ruined their battle unless Team Little Bear slows down too much for M. Harris. He's going to have to do it soon though, but the smartest thing will probably do it on the straight here. No, he's let him through there.
Yeah, that might be a note for the driver brief K-Man, I reckon.
But yeah, M. Harris is just too far behind Panda to make any difference at the moment.
Yeah. So Saints in 127, Cobb McCall 116, and Shaky Nick finishing in P3 103, pending protests. Post season 9, race 7 at Zandvoort.
Saint Sim's right there though, behind Team Little Bear. He's going to have to make this last lap count. It's all or nothing now. He's all over the back of him.
He is. I wonder if he's going to make a last-ditch effort. So this is the last lap, yeah?
Yes, this will most likely. We're down to the final lap now. Where's Panda? Yeah, Panda's coming up in the... Yeah, this should be. We'll go back to Team Little Bear. I don't think we heard the... oh, he's run wide.
Wow, good save.
Almost touching the grass there and doing...
This has gone past midnight, this race.
They're down to 20 degrees, both ambient and track now, so... They're doing a number on their tyres, something I'm going to have to practice with because I didn't know I was going to get this late and this cold.
Yeah, I know, I'm a bit worried myself. I've done 0 practice laps.
So, Panda just finished the race. We'll
Here it
get to him
is. It's going down
soon.
the line. Oh, Team Little Bears.
Who's got this?
Oh, God, how did he
Little
hold that?
Bear held that somehow. I thought he was going around then. Final corner. He held on for 5th. Saint Sim 6. Well done to come home 6th. Bring home the championship for the AM championship. We'll go back to Panda. First place. Absolute dominant race from him today. Fantastic race. M. Harris, very strong second. Shamrock in 3rd. Fantastic 3rd bronze position for him. He's still coming around to finish off his lap.
Yeah, apologies to those guys too. So Panda, Harris, and Shamrock. Well, I don't even think I've said Shamrock's name tonight, but you guys have been that far in front that just been lone rangers out there driving by
haven't had much screen time, sorry, but
no,
we
apologies
tried to
about
show
that.
the action in the race instead.
But congratulations to podium finishers.
Here he comes crossing the line, flashing his lights.
Yeah, well done.
Shaky
Comes
K
Nick, well
in
deserved.
4th. Fantastic race from him too. We got Saint Sam 6, Scotty Pye in 7th, and that's everyone across the line, I think. We got Cobb in 8th, Exorcist in 9th, fantastic drive from him. Sparky in 10th. And Christopher, he comes in 11th, so he was running higher, but he had a few little mistakes near the end there. Unfortunately, pushed him down to 11th there. BV Racing. He's in 12th.
Good debut race, yep.
Absolutely
well done,
fantastic debut from him there.
Yep.
So I think he'd be very chuffed with that. Well done.
I would say so
he
for
kept
sure,
it
mate.
out of the walls. Very clean. We got 14th, Wayne Morris. Great race from him. I think he had a little bit of the battles at the start of the at the race there. Unfortunately, getting tangled up with an accident, unfortunately, and adds in 15th, 16th AB, and he'll AB. We must have lost him, and Low and Dylan, we lost him early too, and Kick and Rip It down in 18th there.
Yep. So Bits of Missing, where's he finished in P13?
Yes.
So I wonder what that does for the points. What did they have? Bitter was 152, Panda was 151.
Bounty say?
So maybe that Bitter's, Bitter might have confirmed that P2. Either or, it's been a fantastic night of racing. The guys have done a great job. I just wonder what could have been between Team Little Bear, Saint Sim and Scotty Pie if they didn't have to concede to Blue Flag.
And
coming
if
through.
Bits of Missing didn't have his shocking start to the race.
Absolutely.
It's a question of what could have been for him, but I think we'll definitely see him all fired up for the next season.
Yeah.
And taking it to him.
Yeah, no, great effort. Massive big thank you to Race on Oz TV. Again, all the guys in the background that do all the work. To the commentators, to the admin, to the mods, to the captain's group, to all the drivers. Excellent season this season, season 9. Certainly finished it off in excellent style, and have really appreciated the efforts that everyone has put in. To the sponsors, Pagney Next Level Racing, Gamesman Racing and Selby Acoustic Racing. We've been long time sponsors of Race on Oz. Been around for a long, long time now with a huge league of people. It's like a great big community of just family members, which is really good. And yeah, just loving that we were able to bring this to the viewers. Appreciate everything that everyone's done. It's just, fantastic. So thank you, Noxie, mate. You killed it. You've killed it for the last few rounds. Well done.
Thank you very much.
To have you on board. So thank you.
Thank you, and thanks to everyone for tuning in. Sorry, I think we just missed what Bounty said. So Saint 127 for the amateur championship. And then we got Cobb with 116 points in second, and then Shaky K with 103 points in third. So fantastic job to them. Congratulations to the podium, and congrats to our winners. We got who's the podium? M. Harris for first in the championship for the amateur pro-am. We got Bitzer in second, 152, and Panda just behind in 151. Oh, Bitzer 153, sorry.
Yep.
So very close at the end there. Congratulations to the championship winners. Thank you all for the drivers, T2 drivers, so showing up week in, week out. Had a lot of fun watching you guys race, and hopefully we can do some more. We got one more round to go for the Tier 1 guys. That's next week. I'll be in the Aston Martin for probably the last time. We'll see. And we'll see how we go. So, yeah, tune in for that, and we'll see what happens. Thank you all for tuning in. And, thank you.
Have a great night, guys. Thank you very much.
Have a great